I would rather be a black cow who got kicked in the nose by a donkey dressed in silk than be a fly that follows the corpse into the grave. The Gambia may be one of the smallest countries in Africa, but it has some proverbs that will inspire and motivate you to be your best. And it brings us to our first proverb from Gambia that says, never mind if your nose is ugly as long as you can breathe through it. This reminds me of two things. The story of the ugly duckling who grows into a beautiful swan, and wabi-sabi, a Japanese concept that celebrates the beauty of things that are imperfect or incomplete, emphasizing their unique characteristics and the story behind them. This proverb, it emphasizes the importance of valuing functionality over superficiality. English is difficult. Functionality over superficiality. Does that rhyme? Anyway, and accepting oneself for who they are. For instance, a person who has been mocked for having a crooked nose can still have a healthy respiratory system and enjoy life without letting the opinions of others affect their self-esteem. Just imagine having a very pretty nose, but actually your respiratory system doesn't work that well. Think about it. As long as something works as it should, its appearance is of little importance. Don't mind my nose. I can still breathe. It brings us to our second proverb, and it says, if a donkey kicks you and you kick back, you're both donkeys. Sorry, I digress. My friend said, if I was an animal, I would be a donkey. I don't know whether to take that as an insult or not. But anyway, this proverb is similar to the saying, an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. For instance, imagine a scenario where two colleagues are having an argument over a work-related issue. One of them loses their temper and starts shouting at the other one. In response, the other person also becomes angry and starts shouting back. The situation quickly escalates and voila, becomes heated, with both parties insulting each other and refusing to back down. In this scenario, both parties are behaving like donkeys by retaliating and responding in kind to the initial provocation. They are not only perpetuating the conflict, but also behaving in a way that is unproductive and counterproductive. Instead of engaging in constructive dialogue to resolve the issue at hand, they are simply reacting emotionally and impulsively, which is unlikely to lead to a positive outcome. What does this proverb remind us then? The proverb is a reminder that sometimes it is better to rise above a situation, not respond in kind, especially when doing so will only make things worse. By keeping one's cool and responding calmly and rationally, it's often possible to de-escalate a conflict and find a mutual beneficial solution. Maybe our Western colleagues can use this to de-escalate what's going on. So, next time a donkey kicks you, as in moi being the donkey, resist the urge to kick me back or to kick back. Otherwise, you and I are both donkeys. And it brings us to our third proverb. And it says, a fly that has no one to advise it follows the corpse into the grave. Into the grave with the corpse because no one advised you. What does this mean? In Gambian culture, seeking advice from elders or those with more experience is highly valued. It is seen as a sign of respect, number one, but also it's a way to learn from the wisdom of those who have come before you. Ignoring advice can lead to negative consequences, both personally and in the community as a whole. This proverb is essentially saying that if someone is too stubborn to listen to the advice or guidance, they will eventually experience misfortune and suffer the consequences of their actions, as in end up in the grave with the corpse. For example, a person does not seek advice or guidance from others and makes decisions on their own, even if those decisions are harmful or misguided. Do you know what will happen? Such a person may end up following a path that leads to their downfall, much like the fly that follows the corpse into the grave. Fun fact! In Gambia, the Kankurang is a masked figure who is seen as a symbol of wisdom and guidance. The Kankurang, as in me, Karen, I'm a symbol of wisdom and guidance. Am I a Kankurang? Anyway, he is often consulted for advice and guidance in difficult situations. And his role is similar to that of community or of a community elder, like me being the community elder. The Kankurang is also known for his ability to drive away evil spirits and protect the community from harm. I can't drive away evil spirits. It brings us to our fourth proverb from the Gambia, and it says, however black a cow is, listen, it could be black, blacker, blackest. However black a cow is, the milk is always white. This proverb is used to emphasize the importance of judging things based on their merit rather than external appearances or stereotypes. It means that even if someone or something appears to be a certain way on the outside, it doesn't necessarily reflect their true nature or abilities. For example, a job interviewer might use this proverb to remind themselves not to judge a candidate based on their race, appearance, background, religion, but instead to focus on their qualifications and skills. They may think to themselves, just because the candidate may not come from a prestigious university or have a fancy suit or a surname that, fits the profile, it doesn't mean that they are not capable of doing the job well. Like a black cow that produces white milk, they may surprise me with their talents. It brings us to our last proverb from the Gambia, and it says, giant silk cotton trees grow out of very tiny seeds. What does this mean? The silk cotton tree, which is native to West Africa, can grow up to 230 feet tall with a trunk diameter of about 10 feet. The tree produces large spiky fruit containing numerous small seeds that are dispersed by the wind. Despite this small size, these seeds can grow into massive trees that tower over the landscape. This highlights the fact that even the most significant and magnificent things come from humble origins. For example, many successful businesses and individuals start from humble beginnings, such as a small idea or a tiny seed of inspiration. However, with hard work, grafting, dedication, perseverance, these ideas and inspirations can grow into something much bigger and greater than anyone could have imagined. For instance, Facebook, Apple, Google, they all started in small dormitory rooms or garages. But guess what? They grew into becoming some of the world's most valuable and innovative companies. So remember, no matter how small our beginnings may be, we should not be discouraged from pursuing our goals and dreams. Like the giant silk cotton tree, great achievements often have small beginnings. I'll give you another fun fact. The silk cotton tree is revered in many cultures for its spiritual significance and is believed to possess healing powers. It's been used in traditional medicine to treat a variety of ailments, and its bark is used to make traditional clothing and paper. Additionally, the tree is known for its ability to withstand extreme weather conditions, making it a valuable resource in building and construction. Not to know is bad. Not to wish to know is worse. So, if you liked this video, you will love this one.